So, getting it started. How do you get started? Because it's really easy to talk about this all the time, but, one of the questions that I'm asked the most is, well, how do you do it? What do you do? And over the years, I've picked up some things that I think are really helpful. The very first one, and this is what happened at my school at Auckland Girls Grammar in about 2009, when actually the principal recognised that a whole lot of stuff was coming into the school that was just getting dropped, getting lost in the ether, maybe getting picked up occasionally, but mostly dropped. We'd already become a partner school in human rights for education, but then we sort of saw that other stuff was coming in. And so she sort of pulled me in, and, I was already getting most of the do-gooding stuff, in my pigeonhole. So we had a chat about it and thought, well, how are we going to do this? And she wanted to call it global citizenship. And I thought, really? That sounds, I don't know about that, And we talked about it, and that happened. And we did happen to be a UNESCO ASP.NET school anyway, associated school. And not very long after that, well, maybe a couple of years, I don't know, time goes, there was a UNESCO conference in Korea with subtitle Global Citizenship. I thought, that sounds like me. So I applied to go and went. And something that was really, really interesting was that after about a day and a half, I thought, is it just me or is nobody actually talking about global citizenship? And what I realised was that people were scrambling around really wondering what it is. There was one particular keynote speaker who articulated it really beautifully. He was an ex-geography teacher. He was an emeritus professor at a Dutch university. He'd been a rector of UN University. And something that really struck me about what he said was he talked about the kind of different worlds we've been in, from the, the ancient worlds and so on, to the industrialised world. And so we've moved from the industrialised world to the globalised world. The industrialised world is linear and structured. The globalised networked world is not. It's chaotic. And chaos isn't necessarily bad, but we really need to know how to get better at the complex. So that's kind of what we're working with. I visited lots of schools in lots of countries in 2016 on a UNESCO scholarship, and the best advice came from a principal at a school in Beijing who had already established quite a good program. And by learning the hard way, said 3 things. Value what's already going on. Really, really important, because teachers are already doing a lot in the global citizenship area. They just don't quite realise it, that the dots haven't been joined. So value what's already going on. Start small. Communicate well. Really, really important. Communicate to your parent community, communicate to your teachers, and that's how it will grow. And make it real. Actually, I've added that one on recently because a huge challenge is that this can be token, and it's really, really important that it's not, and I've heard that conversation come up quite a bit today as well.